is
Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Hey, welcome to the podcast, guys. It's Fitzy and Whipper with you on Nova.
I had a request from the kids last night to do a couple of animal noises. I think my main strength is my dolphin.
Sarah, do not laugh at that.
What do you think?
That is horrible.
Pretty similar.
Nowhere near it.
What have you got? What's that?
That's a dying dolphin.
Okay, you don't hear many dying
Drier
dolphins.
than a dead dong. Oh, no.
No. Tom, you also do. You're quite familiar with the sound of lions mating because you live near Taronga Zoo. How do they sound?
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Nathan Lion.
No, an actual lion mating.
Nathan Lion.
Yeah.
Mating
Nathan
with a lion.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
How's that?
That'll do, Tom.
How's that?
Oh, sounds quite different, Tom.
Sorry.
Maybe
Bye.
keep
Bye.
your own personal sounds.
Bye, I have to go.
Thanks, Tom. You've been awesome today. You can have the rest of the podcast off, Tom.
Animal impersonation.
You're a stinker, Tom. Absolute stinker. Enjoy the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
I'm going to get into trouble for this,
Go for it.
but I'm prepared to put my hand up just to get a couple of laughs on the radio. You know how I was talking about mums gone wild over the weekend? 300 mums descended onto Dubbo from the local school. My wife went there. She got locked into the Dubbo McDonald's because there was a local gang after her. She lost her voice over the weekend, so she had a great time. Lots of laughing, lots of dancing, lots
So
of
much
good
fun.
And last night, how's this? Lenny started touch footy, right? And it was his first game last night. So this is the 8s and the 9-year-olds. They don't know how to play touch footy. So, you know, basically, we've got all mums and dads there trying to throw a million different
Ideas in.
like instructions to these kids.
Oh, my God.
And they're so confused. So it's the first game. And you know what? I know from the start of the game, I said, my wife should not be here with a croaky voice and trying to yell instructions out from the sideline.
Does she know anything about touch, BJ? Does she...
Well, she knows that you need to spread out a little bit more. You
Okay.
can't just gather around the ball because they're just going to score on either side,
Sure.
either wing. So this was my wife last night at touch footy.
Good work, Hugo. Spread out, boys. Spread out. Louis, spread out.
Oh, no.
Okay, come on, Batman.
Go, Dylan.
Good boy, Louis. Go forward.
Good boy, Hugo.
Spread it out. Turn around, Indigo. Turn around. Good boy, Hugo. Spread out, boys. Oh, Ryan, I've got you. Don't.
Now, there was a moment last night where I just was looking at my wife and I'm in love with her. She's so beautiful, but there was a moment where I went, you know what? If she wants to get back into the workforce, she could work at the Royal Easter Show.
Go guys and girls, jump in, jump on, to be on this one. Go guys, girls, jump in, jump on, to be on this one.
Bring that down, Macca. All right. I mean, if you do your time as a carny at the Royal Easter Show, you can become legend status. This is my favourite of all time. BJ could be this woman.
Come on in, come on over. $5 for one table or 5 jolly coupons. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a lot of fun. Come on in, come on over. It is the award-winning game here at the Royal Easter Show. Come on in, come on over. $5, $5, $5 jolly dollars. Go to game? Come on in, come on over. It is the famous poker roll down. This is where all the big prizes come from. It's not an honorary league, it's
To
just $5.
BJ's credit, she's managed to achieve it in one weekend.
Mate.
That lady's done 50 years on the gaspers.
Well,
to
unbelievable.
get
She
that
started
voice.
on the Dodgem cards, that woman, and look where she is now. She's giving away the biggest prizes. How good is exploring our amazing backyard again?
And ticking off all the big Aussie things, pineapples, bananas, melons.
For hearing you say that makes me hungry.
Head to whatif.com and start planning your big Aussie adventure.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Tina's given us a call from Winston Hill. What did you want to say, Tina?
Morning, guys. I just wanted to get your thoughts. Obviously, there's controversy around Prince Andrew, but what are your thoughts with the Queen leaving her beloved corgis to him.
Oh, was it Andrew got the call?
Yeah, Andrew and
She and
Eugenie.
Fergie.
They get the dogs.
Well, they get the ones that they gifted the Queen when Philip died. They gave her a couple of corgis, so they're looking after
That's right.
those
They got
ones.
new corgis just last year.
Yeah, because she said after her last one died she wouldn't get any more, but then when Philip died they gave her some more, so she has now, they've gone back to them.
You know, in the procession, we've been watching the procession of the family going around. Fergie doesn't get a run at all anymore, does she?
She's not part of the family.
So she's not.
Neither do the corgis.
So the daughters are there all the time.
Well, they're princesses.
Yes.
Fergie's just a
No.
divorcee.
It's just sucking toes.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, the bloodline of the corgi also had died out, says. So the bloodline that remained through the family of the corgis since she was little.
Oh, the
Yep.
pedigree.
Yeah, the pedigree, that's the correct word. That ran all the way till I think 2 years ago when the last one had died. So that's why the Queen said, no more corgis for me. And that's when they went, nah, we'll throw in another one, mate. This one's probably, I don't know, a friend, maybe a family friend, not a cousin, but a family
Shit.
friend of it, and we'll put it in.
Imagine if there was like a Princess Di corgi who left, somehow got out of Buckingham Palace and then went and hooked up with a cavoodle or something.
Really?
Came back.
A royal stray.
Came back, got pregnant.
Yep.
Came back with a different breed in it.
Yeah, went to Mexico.
A mutt.
Came back. Next thing you know, there's a loose one in the family.
Or was just hooked up with a razor dog from Thailand. You know, one of those.
Yep. Went on a trip. Went to a full moon party.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, the wild card entry. It'd almost be like, is it Kate Middleton that's got the uncle
Yeah, the uncle.
from Ibiza
Questionable uncle, yeah.
who went on a 3-day bender before the wedding?
That was Uncle Gary, was his name,
Yeah.
remember? His name was Gary.
On the topic, Gary from Mount Druitt, welcome to the show. What did you want to talk about, Gaz?
How are we? I was just wondering, why is people greedy? Why they win lotto twice? Why can't they, or money, why couldn't they just win it once and be happy?
Gary, what's happened?
What would you do?
Well, I mean, obviously you don't expect to win it once, you don't expect to win it twice, so it's not a level of greed to take two winnings.
It's a level of luck, Gary. Some people are just lucky.
I know, aren't they?
Why are you angry, Gary? What's happened? Someone you know?
No, I'm not angry. I'm just one of the ones that are wanting to wish
Yeah.
to be the unlucky ones.
Hey, Gary, have you ever won anything in your life, like a meat tray or a chook raffle or...
I think I have one, but not major.
You could be Uncle Gary.
Just to get over, just to be a little bit lucky, but not the winning ones.
You've won over the listeners of Sydney this morning, Gary. I know that much.
I don't know what you'd do with $20 million, Gary. I'd be a bit nervous.
What would you do, Gary?
Oh, same old, I'll treat the wife and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anything
More
else you want to do?
beers.
Pardon?
Gary,
Sorry, what was that, Sarah?
I said more brekkie beers, Gary.
couple of beers at Ricky time, Gaz.
No, I actually don't drink, actually.
Oh, see, there you go. Well, that's good, Gary. Well done. Let's go to Stephen now in Campbelltown. Stephen, what did you want to talk about?
Morning, boys. I just hope you can keep up. It's a bit early in the morning, but I just wanted to talk about the fact that the universe started after the Big Bang only 14 billion years ago. Now, travelling at the speed of light, which we don't believe you can travel faster than, the universe should only be 28 billion light years across. But as we all know, our universe is 92 billion light years.
That's what I thought, 92, yeah. Hey,
So I was just wondering, I mean, our solar system itself is travelling at 220 kilometres a second. But, I mean, if these things are travelling at 3 times the speed of light, which can't be done, that's 1 million kilometres a second. Our universe is expanding.
that's wild, isn't it? And to think we're just the tiniest little fragment there amongst it all, Stephen.
Yes, a tiny little grain of sand on a beach.
Yeah, in a tiny moment of time, you might say too, Stephen.
That's it, 14 billion years, and it still just keeps travelling and keeps going.
Fitz, look, very well done, Steve. I just wanted to jump in there very quickly and say, you know your theory about the Princess Diana dog.
Yes.
It twigged something in my mind that I couldn't believe, and I went and looked up That has happened.
What? So one of the corgis has bred with another breed of dog?
Yes. So many people may not realise that they're not all corgis. She has a dorgie, a cross between a dachshund and a corgi, because the story goes one of her corgis, Tiny, was left unattended with Princess Margaret's sister dachshund. They got very close. They mated. And they created a brand new breed of dog.
Wow.
Your exact ridiculous theory existed entirely.
I feel for Stephen, who's called up to share his thoughts, and now we're back onto a rogue corgi.
I know.
Sorry, Stephen, we were interested in what you were saying, but
didn't understand a word he was saying.
I love that. Stephen, you're still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Steve, we've heard your facts, and you've found out that the Queen had a rogue corgi, so that's good news.
Quite interesting as well.
Steve, also interesting to read this morning, they're looking to crash a satellite, is it? Or a spacecraft into a rock. Have you read that one?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
In case they need to do that as a deflection program if an asteroid was going to hit the Earth. So they're actually going to do it to practice it.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what the effects would be.
It's exactly what I thought.
Oh, you guys should do a podcast.
Exactly what I thought.
Fitzy's looking for a new one too.
I really like that, Steve. You and I,
Wow.
Stephen and Whipper, in
I can't wait. It sounds great.
Space Chat.
Space Jam.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Let's do it.
Let me sing that song.
Song, guys. One word, you got to put it into a song. A very simple game. We invite you to play along as we stream live on the Fitzy Whipper Facebook page this morning. I have the list in front of me. Are we ready to go? You know that you cannot get the boot in round one. Consider this a warm-up. The word is boys.
Boys, light up.
Boys.
Yes.
Looking for a
Ryan,
good time.
MDG.
Boys like girls?
Boys are like
yeah,
girls.
boys.
I like boys.
No, sorry, I was singing it. Boys don't like girls. Boys like cars and
girls
money.
like cars
Good
and money.
Charlotte.
Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte, my favourite.
Yeah.
Boys Don't Cry by Fergie.
Fergalicious, Tom.
On the
All
Cure
right.
song.
Well, the
That
Cure-
probably would have been a lot more better.
Oh, Boys of Summer, mate. What a great song.
Yes.
Could have gone. Boys are back in town.
I always think the Iron Man series when you hear Boys of Summer back in
Yes.
town. Cool and get and goal.
I just think about all the lads with their tops off.
Yeah, well said.
Me and the team heading down to the beach, checking out chicks and... Anyway, here we go, guys. Everyone is through, round two. Well done. The word is happy.
I'm happy.
Because I'm happy.
Yeah.
For real.
Yes. Was that you, MDG?
Well, I thought I got in early,
You
but
did get in
you
first.
go.
No, you got it, MDG. You're on. Happy is the word.
Don't worry, be happy.
Sarah Ann McGilvray.
Happy.
Something we
We are
sing on
happy.
your special day each year.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wow.
Anything.
Oh, hang on a minute, Ryan. Oh, no. Oh, hang on a minute.
La 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 la.
Oh, he's gone, Ryan James. No. Devastating news. We have lost Ryan James Fitzgerald.
Damn it.
Did you say don't worry, be happy, says?
Yeah, I said that like 2 weeks ago and you still haven't got me a clip.
Such a sad story.
Sing it. No. What, that guy? What happened to him?
He wasn't happy, unfortunately.
Wasn't he?
He's gone.
Oh.
Well, it's such an odd song. He
That's
probably
terrible.
died of old age, didn't he?
He was, I mean, that
No.
was huge back in the... Terribly
What's his
unhappy.
name? It was an amazing. It was an amazing
I'd
song.
want to sing it note for note.
Who is that?
Bobby McFerrin.
Oh,
Bobby.
Macca.
Yeah.
From 50. Boom.
Goes bang.
on the boundary.
Ryan James, thanks for joining us this morning. 3 remain. The word is California.
Oh, obviously California.
California Dreaming.
What do you mean, obviously California?
There's
You just repeated
California. I know this.
Nose Hard Party.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
that song.
MDG.
Yeah.
Sarah, where were you?
I said California Dreaming.
California Dreaming, yes. Thomas.
California Girls. Katy Perry. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I'll take that. Here it is. What else have we got in the tank there? What else do we have, Macca? Chili peppers.
That's California.
But they still say the word California.
California. Oh, here it is.
Right.
Massive. All right, well done, guys. You're all through. Here we go. The word is another.
And another one. Every song by DJ Khaled.
Oh.
Another Day in Paradise.
Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Where are you, MDG?
It just feels like there's just so many, and I'm having a block.
Another
one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Or you could have done another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
It could have.
There's a lot
As
there.
my list grows a little shorter, I remind those out, stay out.
Gave him a beat.
Yeah, you did.
Great song.
All right, here we go, guys. 3 remain. The word is, I'll accept lip or lips.
Our lips are sealed.
Great.
Alex the Seal.
No.
Our lips are sealed.
Yes.
Lips of an angel.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hinder.
Have you got hinder?
Lips, kiss from a rose is where I'm at, but is there anything about lips in?
Anything, MDG? Are you with us or are you moving on? Oh, bye. You've
bye.
copped a Backstreet Boy.
NSYNC.
That'll do. Oh, here's hinder. Oh, Tommy.
Favourite song.
Do you remember where he wore his jeans a little bit lower than the waistline?
So hot.
Oh, you could see the top of his pubes. It was really weird.
And
What a moment in fashion.
half his bush hanging out.
Mate, it's like when I want to watch Rage on a Saturday morning, you know, I don't want to see that bloke
Man.
gyrating his pelvis.
They were losers, weren't they?
Oh,
Come on, they were losers. They'd look back on it now and they'd go, you're right, we were losers back then. Thanks, mate. Here we go. Thomas Bryan, Sarah Ann McGilvray. The word is dynamite.
Dynamite by Teo Cruz.
Spot on.
Oh, that's probably not one that you want to know.
You're a huge Teo Cruz fan.
Dynamite by BTS.
Yes.
BTS, well done, Tommy. Congratulations. What else do we have in the dynamite game? Oh, Lord, homemade dynamite. This is your BTS, Tommy. Huge fan, I know you are.
There it is.
This is Teo Cruz,
It
is
is.
It's Tayo, mate.
Sorry.
it? Which he reminded us when we did an interview with him.
Dynamite!
All right, we move on, guys. Here we go. The word is mountain.
You want to meet chocolate starfish?
You wanted me to be a mountain?
Yes.
I'd rather be a river.
I'd rather be a river.
Tom.
River deep, mountain high.
River deep.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, guys, we're flying through this. The word is pocket.
Pocket.
Because I've got one hand in my pocket.
Alanis
Well
Morissette.
done. Pocket. All I
Really
can
good.
think is that girl that's that song that we all hated. No, the
Friday.
Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker.
with
She
a
talks about
flower
how
in
something-
my pocket.
Actually, Justin Timberlake says in "I Got the Feeling." I got one hand in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah!
My kids.
Sunshine in my pocket.
Sunshine in my pocket.
That's an extraordinary last-minute get.
Yeah, Thomas makes me play it for him every day.
My God. Well done. The word is silence.
Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel.
Thomas Bryan Ivy.
Well done. I'm tired.
Which is where Sarah's in now.
How's that sound of
Why
silence
don't we
going,
all just
Sue?
sit and let's see if the emergency tape goes?
It shouldn't. We've got a clock ticking, Sarah. Do you have any other
Nah,
silence to
stop
join
trying.
us? You've switched off. I mean, it was a
Sorry,
great
Tommy,
last get.
sorry.
Thomas Bryan.
Oh, what a moment.
There it is.
What a moment in time.
Oh, there it is. Getting out on a high.
This is Tom at 9 o'clock every day.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Last man standing, 10 grand up.
Fitzy and Whipper's last man standing is now worth
Maybe I'm a cast type.
10K.
Yeah, Josephine, we changed her life. She had her 3 kids in here. She got emotional. Then Tom was getting her to do promo lines afterwards, and she couldn't talk.
No, she was too excited. She was losing her voice like your wife.
Tommy, you know what? Like, just let us celebrate.
Yeah.
And you're there saying, hi, I'm Josephine, and I won $10,000 on the Fitzy and Whipper show.
Sorry, I just was trying to milk it, you know? You wanna...
When she turned around and looked at her kids and said, "We're off to Fiji!"
Yeah, that was amazing.
I just thought, how exciting is that?
They had no idea where it was, but they knew that they were going on holiday. Heidi in Penrith. Hi, Heidi.
Good morning, guys.
Are your kids counting down to school holidays?
They are. They're going to go to Melbourne with their grandparents this time, but would love to take them away if I won the money here.
Where would you go, Heidi? Where do you want to go with $10,000?
Somewhere warm and sunny without rain.
Yeah.
Well said.
Queensland would be good.
Another premiership for the Panthers would be all right as well, Heidi.
Oh, how good. How good were they on Friday night?
Amazing.
You can't buy those, mate.
Oh, my gosh.
All right,
Can you
good
turn his
stuff.
mic off, Macca? You're up against Mason on the Central Coast today. You got some big plans for the 10K, Mace?
Yeah, boys. Look, I'd love to take my family and my little girl to Disneyland. So, look, that's ultimately the goal.
and that money would be tremendous to be able to go towards that. So, yeah, super pumped about the opportunity that's available here.
Good on you, Mace.
Well
Good
done,
luck.
Mace. Well said. Heidi, you're going first. You get one wrong, power goes over to Mason. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds goes through to Wednesday. You'll be our carryover champ. $10,000 will be given away on Friday. The loser today will take home a bottle of Double Chin Gin, thanks to Australian Distilling Co. Let me just...
Are you okay? Are you nervous,
man,
are you?
I'm crying.
Okay.
I'm really nervous. Here we go. Heidi, your 60 seconds starts now. Claustrophobia is a fear of what, Heidi?
Being closed in.
Yeah, correct. Is a snake cold or warm-blooded?
Cold-blooded.
Yes, that is correct. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth met on the set of which 2010 film? Too long. It's the last song over to Mason. Mason, how many days are there in a leap year?
366.
Correct. Which former home and away actress has announced that she's pregnant?
Oh, pass.
It's Sam Frost. Heidi, over to you. Name the crab in Disney's movie The Little Mermaid.
Don't know.
It's Sebastian. Over to Mason. Mason, in Roman numerals, what does C represent?
5.
No, it's 100. Back to Heidi. True or false? One of Billie Eilish's middle names is Pirate.
True.
That is true. How many actors have played James Bond, Heidi?
6.
No, 7. Over to Mason. Banjo Patterson is on which Australian note?
Mason, it doesn't matter. You've got it. Congratulations. Mason has been saved by the bell. Mace, congratulations. You become our current champ.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations, Mason.
Oh, Heidi,
Heidi.
beautiful, beautiful sportsmanship
Heidi.
there. You get a bottle of Double Chin Gin, thanks from Australian Distilling Co. We will play 10 grand up for grabs this time tomorrow.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
George Lazenby. I mean, it's a Trivial Pursuit question, isn't it? Who's the only Australian Bond actor to play James Bond? And he only played one.
You did one, yeah.
Yeah, it was 007 on Her Majesty's Secret Service. But you know what? He's lived off that his whole life. Went on to have a little bit of an acting career afterwards, but not a big one.
He's been doing a few interviews recently, hasn't he? He's popped his head up recently.
Well, he has. Okay, so he's 83 years of age now, and what's happening at the moment, they're doing the music of James Bond. Now, this was at the Perth Concert Hall on Saturday night, and they secured George Lazenby, so they obviously pay him a hefty fee.
As it turns out, he didn't have much on.
Well, this is the thing.
They managed to get him there.
He's 83 years of age, and he's rocked up, and it was a bit of a Q&A session with the former Bond himself.
All right.
I mean, this is the music from the movie. I mean, he must have some great memories. Mm-hmm. Thing was, though, they're going to Melbourne next. George is not going to Melbourne, and he's not going to be a part of the music.
Right.
Yes.
So the Q&A is just a bit more Q without the A.
Well, this is the thing. They had over at 6PR, a radio station over in Perth, a lady rang in the next day and said what George Lazenby got up on stage and what he did.
He was disgusting. There's no two ways to describe it. He spent all of the interviews just talking about basically his sexual conquest. He was homophobic. He swore. He certainly wasn't talking about his Bond movies. He downplayed the Queen. At one point, he named an Australian cricketer whose daughter he was chasing, and he said he dragged the daughter out of a pub and put her in the car in London, which again, of course, is horrific, and then hit someone, a cricketer, in the face. He named women who he had slept with. And there were children in the audience. There were a lot of families who had brought their kids probably to their first ever classical music concert. You know, many people have suggested he was probably drunk. He seemed drunk. I've heard men say that they walked out of there equally as offended.
George has had a crack.
If George is doing a Sydney show, I'm in.
What is George? He didn't even talk about Bond. He didn't talk about the franchise. He just talked about the women that he's hooked up with.
Can anyone verify that what he was saying, though, was true, or is he just senile?
My God.
I don't know.
It was back in 1985 and I found another woman I decided to drag out of a pub and stuff into a car.
I still think he thinks he's Bond.
Oh, dear. Even Bond doesn't behave like that.
So he's now been called off the whole tour.
Oh no!
Well, he was the draw card. Come and see. Bring your kids along to see the music of Bond or hear the music of Bond, and then you can also have a chat to George. He gets up at a Q&A. We'll take some questions from the crowd.
I had 3 girls at one night.
How many cricketers have you punched?
I had 3 girls in one night. I was Bond. I'd go from one bedroom to the next, sleeping with so many chicks.
So he's been dropped.
Bond.
83 years of age. He doesn't have it anymore. That was an amazing impression.
I don't reckon he'll get another invite, will he?
No, he's done.
Do you want more of that impression? Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly how he sounds.
You sound like Marlon Brando.
I don't know who I sound like. I think I was trying to be a bit of Sean Connery in a posh Boxster.
Well, there's a guy with another checkered past. Quietly.
Stay out of it, Bond. That would be my tip.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Ray J, the man made famous for being in that sex tape with Kim Kardashian, is furious. Put up a 44-minute video on Instagram slamming Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. So it all started when Kris Jenner was on James Corden 2 days ago, and she did a lie detector test. And one of the questions she was asked was about was she responsible for the leaking of the sex tape?
Did you help Kim release her sex tape?
It's okay. No.
True. Of course it's true. Of course it's true.
So, I mean, there was plenty of other stuff in there. I don't know how legitimate lie detector tests are, but...
I saw a photo also of Ray J, and maybe it was in the same rant that he went on for 44 minutes, but it was a photo of part of the contract that was signed.
So this is the thing. He's put that up basically saying that there are 3 tapes, and on that contract, apparently it has Kim's writing that she has written there are 3 tapes. So that whole thing we talked about, remember when in the last season Kanye went to get, and you loved that audio, Fitzy, of Kim crying and Kanye going to get the final tapes and the hard drive and the actual computer.
She goes, Kanye is such a lovely man.
Yeah.
I gave it to her for the birthday or something.
That's right. And then he shrunk into the background and just kind of disappeared, like he was disappearing into a bush or something weird. Anyway, all of this basically coming back to the fact that Ray J says they did release it. There are multiple tapes. Everything about this is a lie. Doesn't matter how many lie detector tests you give this woman. It's all lie. His issue is that every time this story comes up, and to be fair, he's fueling it, he looks like the bad guy. And that's what he takes real issue with. He doesn't care that the tapes exist. Yeah. It's just like, stop perpetuating this story because you make me look like...
Has anyone seen it?
Jerk.
No,
I'm sure Matt
he's got the NFT now, hasn't he?
Has he really? Be worth a fortune.
I think so, yes, but then apparently there is this 3rd tape now. So whether Kanye's got to come back into the fold to be a superhero, who knows?
He's going to have to sell more Yeezys.
I think he got the boot from that, didn't he? Anyway, Prince Harry has put up a tribute overnight to the Queen. This is very beautiful, obviously. One of the kind things he wrote in there: thank you for your commitment to service, your sound advice, and your infectious smile. We too smile knowing you and Grandpa are reunited and both together in peace. Everyone's saying a very beautiful, very heartfelt tribute that he's put up, which is very
nice
sweet.
Touch calling her granny too.
It was.
Lovely granny.
And he waited a few days to give respect as well to they've said to the September 11. He didn't want to upload it yesterday. So very thoughtful.
What's interesting, says Benny Fordham, he's got a program on 2GB. He made a comment yesterday saying too little too late. And I kind of get it. Like, it's beautiful to see the brothers now, right? And the two of them in those photos. But Fordo was saying, wouldn't it be nice if the Queen had passed away knowing that the family was united a little bit more?
Give me a break.
True, but it's also just nice regardless of how it happens.
You know?
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, it's just because we don't see it publicly doesn't mean they haven't spoken beforehand with the Queen.
It upsets me greatly. These are brothers that have been through everything.
Even if they are not feuding, it is sad if he's got all these feelings. Like if he felt abandoned by his dad, which was his words. That stuff's really sad. Like that's a sad childhood for him if he felt abandoned.
I find it really hard to believe. He loved his grandmother.
Yes,
loved
of course.
her, absolutely adored her, right? And there's no way in the world he would not have spoken to her or gone and seen her before she passed.
He would have liked to.
Absolutely
I'm sure
no
he would
chance.
have liked to have spent more time. And then also not to be there with the rest of the family when she passed away, because he was at the Invictus Games and flying home, and she passed when he was in the air. I'm sure he would have liked a little more FaceTime at the end than he had.
Yeah,
as anybody would have. Anybody, Sarah.
With any passing, you always want more time. Yeah, thank you. Stop trying to speak in sync with me. It's very annoying. Sorry, I'm just trying to bury the feelings I have about my own children so that I don't take them out on you right now.
Keep going. I'm with
Guys,
you.
finally, George Clooney. He's praised Australia's pandemic response. I know we had the harshest lockdowns in the world, but he thinks we did it right.
Had the United States done that, we would have saved 900,000 lives.
Yeah.
So, the idea that you believed in science and all of those things is so admirable. And I have to tell you, the whole time I was there, I just thought, I'm so impressed with the people of Australia who just said, okay, let's suck it up and get this done.
Sell Como and move here, Clooney. We'll take
that
you.
is,
we love
when
you,
you
mate.
do think about it,
Love you,
like
buddy.
when he throws that figure out there, he could have saved 900,000 lives.
I know. You can't ignore it, can you?
Could have.
He and Julia Roberts were out here filming Ticket to Paradise in Queensland, which is why I guess when they were asked their favourite place in Australia, this is what they said.
All of it. I love Brisbane. I love.
Brisbane was great.
What a good town. Really sort of live downtown. We had a really good time. But yeah, I'd like to come back and hit Sydney again soon.
See, I'd like to come back to Sydney. He's trying to be polite.
What,
and be that
I've
busy.
heard the Valley.
He's gone to Fortitude
Sydney.
Valley with Julia Roberts.
You
He's gone to GPO.
Are you out of your mind? Tom, in 11 years of this show,
you
we
bet.
have never had George Clooney on. I asked that by Friday Mr. Clooney joins us.
That would be awesome.
That would be
He's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to work really hard on that.
It's been so good working with you, Tom.
See you guys.
Tommy's last day Friday.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.